Get up here, Bella. Oh my goodness, this has started and I wasn't quite ready. I'm ready now. So let's go. This is another chapter of about when we was living up in the mountains, and Daddy was the grease monkey of all that big machinery, and he was a contented man, working, making money. Mama was happy. She could sit and play her guitar all day long if she wanted to. There wasn't much to do except see that the kids were fed. So anyway, we was up there, and it got to be Christmas time, and Daddy had money. So he said, Santa Claus is coming this year. Oh, we were so excited. So very excited because Santa Claus was coming, and I was 7 years old and Norman was 5. And I believe that's the year he got the sailor suit. He wore it all the time. He just wanted to live in that sailor suit that Santa Claus brought him. Santa Claus bought me some nice presents too, a baby doll, and me and Phyllis had baby dolls. Except, do you remember those Raggedy Ann baby dolls? They were just made out of cloth, and they weren't heavy, but I loved that Raggedy Ann baby doll, and she loved hers. I thought I should have got one that its eyes go up and down like I had before, but that thing went by the wayside. Everything does, don't it? This too shall pass, that's what the Bible says, and everything passes. Oh, here's my cat again. So anyhow, we're up in the mountains, and it's Christmas Eve up in the mountains, and Daddy says, you know what, we ought to go out and look and see if Santa Claus is going over yet. Oh, we went out and looked. We didn't see him anywhere because we thought sure he had a sleigh and reindeers riding overhead and going to stop at our house. Dad says, well, we don't see him. Let's go back in. So we go back in, and after a while he'd say, well, let's go look again. So we'd go look again to see if Santa Claus was coming. We were excited. Sometimes after a little while I'd say, Daddy, can we go look again? And we'd look again. But finally he said, I tell you what, y'all just go ahead and go to bed and I'll look for him. So anyhow, we went on to sleep, and Daddy was waiting for Santa Claus to come. And so when we got up the next morning, he said, well, he finally got here, but y'all was still asleep, so I didn't wake you up. But look what he left. And there was our toys. And we were so happy with our toys. Except, you know, that Raggedy Ann baby doll didn't hardly weigh anything. You know what I did later? This is the truth. I cut her stomach open. And I put some heavy stuff inside her stomach. And sewed her back. Mama sewed her back up. And then I had a heavy baby doll, and she felt like a real baby doll. But when you just got a piece, just a Raggedy Ann, and then I tried to make her eyes better. I tried to improve that doll best I could. Not much for a 7-year-old. Didn't work. But she weighed more because she had rocks or something inside of her. I don't remember what I put inside of her, but she weighed something then. She felt like a baby doll when you held her. Now, here's my cat. Where you at, Bella? Show them where you're at, honey. Where you at, baby? Well, there's her tail anyway. So that was a wonderful Christmas, and I have great memories of that. Well, later on in my life, we moved out to the farm. Daddy had finished up down there, and so we moved to the farm. And our first Christmas there is when I found out the really sad news. There really isn't a Santa Claus. It's them, Mommy and Daddy. And how I found out, I was 10 years old. I was so disappointed, people. You would not believe the heartbreak I had. I know little kids, sometimes I wonder if it's the right thing to do, but it was fun while it lasted, so that's the way you look at life. It's fun while it lasts. Enjoy life. So I found out, I was looking forward. You know, I was 10 years old, and I thought Santa Claus was going to bring me something good. Didn't happen. When I woke up, I had a pair of gloves, which is a nice little gift, but that was it. Nothing else. And hardly anything for my little brothers and my little sister. I think they got Phyllis a buggy, a little baby doll buggy, which she still had her some kind of baby doll. She rode it all over the house, which was a shack. It was the smokehouse. We was living like a smokehouse till Daddy got the big house built when I was 10. And it took him a while. So we lived there in that smokehouse, which was about 20 by 24. It was pretty good sized, and Mom had one stove in the middle of that smokehouse. And it was so cold in that smokehouse, and we slept 5 to a bed. 3 at the top, 2 at the bottom. And we didn't have enough cover. We would use our coats, and I'm going to tell you, we used newspapers to go on top of the coats to help hold the heat in because it was so cold in that smokehouse. It was terrible. And at that time, we was carrying water almost a mile to Grandma and Grandpa's spring. And I want to make a little correction. When Daddy put that pump down in that cave, there was no electric there. It was a hand pump. So when we went to get water in the cave, we had to hand pump our water. My brother Norman pointed that out to me. He's so good. He looks at he likes my videos. I'm blessed that my brothers listen to their older sister chit-chat. And I can chit-chat on and on. You all know that. And I know it. So James, my dear sweet husband, this morning took me out for breakfast. And it was so good. We went to the American Legion. They have a nice breakfast once a month here in New Albany. And it was delicious. And you know what I thought? I thought, I'm so glad he's well enough to do that he can pay for that. That's a good thing to have, a husband that can pay his way. Because number 2, he was not like that. If we had went out to breakfast, he'd say, where's your half? Number 3 don't do that. No wonder I like number 3 so much, huh? He takes care of stuff, and I just love him. So I'm going to let you go for now. Talk to you later. God bless you. Walk the path that the Lord wants you to walk that would be pleasing to Him.